The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anything But Freakin Rasslin. It's Saturday, September, October 24th. We're a week away from Halloween. And, Jeff, we have to talk about this. I meant to bring it up yesterday. I want to do a brand speaks. Remember, we said we were going to do it at the end of the month?
Right.
So, and I said like the last weekday at the end of the month, not including Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we really need to do one next Thursday. So we need to kind of get together and talk about that so we can kind of promote it all week because we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, Jake was asking me about that the other day, actually, and I didn't know what to tell him. So.
Yeah, I want to do it Thursday. We'll do it Thursday, bro. We'll set up a time and we'll start putting it out there and plugging away.
All right, good deal.
Yeah, and also too, let's bring everybody up to speed. For those who didn't watch Lions, Tigers, Bears in dirt yet, we found out two things yesterday. It was Jeff Lane's birthday, and also he is Stan Lane's brother. So I don't want there to be any confusion. We've never brought that up before. So to get everything clear, Jeff Lane is Stan Lane's brother. Let's get business out of the way first. My good friends at Kayfabe Commentaries.com, the best shoot interviews in the business. These aren't WWE slanted, jaded. The WWE is great and everybody else sucks DVDs. These are real, actual shoots. They have a brand new one called Breaking Kayfabe with Kevin Nash, where they basically talk about anything but wrestling, and we really get into Kevin's life. They even touch upon, the legal trouble Kevin had about a year or so ago with his son, which I'm interested to hear what Kevin has to say. But again, this is an up-close personal look at Kevin Nash. And like I always say, Kevin Nash is one of those guys, whether he's got a Legends contract, whether he's got whether he's in the Hall of Fame, it doesn't matter. Kevin Nash is always going to say whatever Kevin Nash wants to say. That's why I've respected him for all these years. But KFACommentaries.com, they have an entire library. I think I have personally 3 of them on there with them. Check it out. This is a great company. Also, remember, man, subscribe to the brand. We do podcasting, video podcasting every single day. There's something new on the channel. We're not one of these podcasts where we have, a show a week and it's an hour a week. Every single day, there's a different show on the channel. We can't do this, without your support. So again, if you're not a member of the brand, that's why we give you these 10 minutes free here so you can get a taste of, what we bring to the table. Jeff, let me get started. I got like a little pet peeve like that. It's so asinine to me. Like, I don't even get this, right? We did our podcast last night, Jeff, right? And luckily for me, when the podcast was over, that Nathan For You was on at 11 o'clock last night, the second episode. So I got to see that, right? So when that ended, I'm flipping through to see what else is on. And I notice at 12 o'clock, it's about 11:30 now. At 12 o'clock, they're going to replay the Thursday night football game, right? So I knew, the Niners played the Seahawks. I didn't watch the game because we were doing our stuff, but I never got the score for the game. So since I didn't get the score for the game, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the game like it's a first run until I fall asleep. You know what I mean? So, bro, I put on the NFL network and I start watching the game. And, bro, literally 30 seconds into the game, what do they do, Jeff?
Running on the ticker.
Bro, it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Bro, is there anybody at that network with a freaking brain? The minute you put the score up, I had no interest whatsoever in watching the game. I thought TNA was bad. Are you freaking kidding me, bro?
I remember I was watching a Knicks game replay last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago on MSG, and they did the same thing. I was watching the replay, and here comes the score. And I'm like, well, I'm watching the game now.
I mean, bro, what are you supposed to cover the lower third of your TV with a towel? Like tape a towel up so you can watch the game? I mean, bro, I've never heard of anything. I swear to God, bro, I was around a lot of network people in my career. And when you really see how brainless these people are, it like would blow you away. Bro, I've never worked with like an NBC or a CBS or an ABC or a Fox. I'm sure that's a whole other level. But like the cable stations, what freaking idiots that they have running these things. Bro, you're literally going to turn away everybody that watches the game the minute they see the score.
Yep. I also, I know they don't carry the Olympics, but so it doesn't affect them. But I always get irritated when ESPN or SportsCenter will show the Olympic results before it even airs. You know how it's on a tape delay,
right,
and they spoil it. That always annoys me too. Like, just let people enjoy it.
Yeah. Jeff, here's another thing I got to bring up. Let me start with this. Bro, first of all, let me start with this, and then I'm going to go into a rant, okay?
All right.
I'm reading online that TNA is still interested in signing Alberto Del Rio, okay? Let me first say this. If you are bro, I saw the footage of the 11-year-old kid doing a Huna Conrada, okay?
Yes, and we if anybody wonders what we're talking about, we discussed that yesterday on Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt.
And I don't even know what people are talking about, bro. Because listen, I'm not going to get into rating the kid an 11-year-old Huna Conrada. But the fact of the matter is, he jumped with his legs open, and the wrestler, good for him, bro. I don't know who the guy was, but literally caught him. I mean, literally caught the kid. All the kid had to do was wrap his legs around the guy's head. I mean, thank God they had a wrestler who knew what he was doing, right? But unless you're this kid, okay, unless you're the 11-year-old, bro, if you consider yourself a professional wrestler, and like the thought of signing with TNA even goes through your mind, like, you're an absolute idiot. I mean, you have to be an absolute idiot to sign with this organization, bro. I'm going to tell a story. A veteran, this was about a month ago, called me about TNA, and TNA wanted to sign him to a contract. So he said, "What do you think, Vince?" I said, "Bro, listen, you don't know if this company is going to be out of business January 1st or not." I said, and basically what's going to happen is they're going to wind up owing you money, okay, while their future is unclear. I said, then the minute they don't have a television deal, okay, it's Chapter 11 bankruptcy and nobody gets paid. I said it's that simple. I said, so what I would do if I were you, I said, I would sign a TNA contract under one condition and one condition only. And that condition is that the contract is guaranteed by Panda Energy. Okay? Panda Energy is not going out of business. They're not going anywhere. They finance TNA. Get that contract and have the money guaranteed by Panda Energy. I said, If TNA is willing to do that, great. You got nothing to worry about. I said, but if they're not, that should throw up every red flag in the book, right? So, bro, the person went back and said exactly what I suggested. And, of course, TNA refused to do that. Oh, no, we can't do that. Well, why can't you do that, bro? If there's no issues, why can't you do that? Well, they can't do it because they don't want Panda to start owing wrestlers money if they go out of business. So if you're Alberto Del Rio or anybody, you got to be a moron to sign a contract with this company. But with that being said, Jeff, I want to say this, all right, bro? This is what cracks me up. We got to go through this. I got to go through this exercise with you. All right. Bro, like listen, first of all, I'm a fat guy. Have all the opinions in the world that you want. Like, I look at the fact. I don't care what Nimrods think about me and other, internet. Let's look at the facts. All right. And the facts is my record speaks for itself at WWE. WCW, the first 3 months of the company when Ed and I were doing things our way, the ratings were up, okay? TNA, well, we were just doing 2 million viewers under Vince Russo, but like that wasn't good enough for anybody, the 2 million viewers. So like when people talk to me about my failures at TNA, my first question is, okay, let me get it straight here. What are we talking about? The 2 million viewers compared to the, what is it, Jeff? 325,000 or whatever it is, okay?
Yes.
And
327. Jeff, let's give them everything.
And bro, I want to go one step further because it's time to remind people about this. Okay, I haven't reminded people about this yet. Bro, do you remember when in the like almost a year ago, like 12 o'clock at night, I go to write a story on pyroandballyhoo.com and I'm locked out of my own site, bro? Okay, do you remember what followed that? Vince Russo screwed his own fans. Vince Russo took everybody's money. Vince Russo's double dipping. Do you remember all that bullshit? Remember Cornette, bro?
My favorite was Vince Russo's a con man.
Yeah,
that was
Vince Russo. Yeah, remember all that, bro? Everything that went on. Cornette was throwing parties, Mardi Gras parties in Knoxville, Tennessee. Remember all that stuff, bro? My name again. Any reason? My name again being dragged through the mud. I sat there and I said, no, my own site was shut down. I was locked out of it. It's going to take me a little bit of time now to get back on my feet, regroup. Of course, bro, just like I said, I got with the Realm Network, so I never had to worry about any shady characters before. The Realm Network is a legitimate company that I love. I love Mark Ronick and everybody else there. I had to get set up with them. They were nice enough. They let us give the first month free to anybody that lost $2.99 or whatever it was. And here we are, bro. The brand thriving more than ever. More successful now than we've ever been. Okay, so like if we want to talk facts, those are the Vince Russo facts. You can go on with your David Arquettes and your Judy Bagwells and whatever you want. Those are the facts of the situation. Okay, so I'm looking at this TNA thing, and like here's what I'm looking at, bro. So basically, what you got to do, Jeff, is you got to look at wrestling with Vince Russo and wrestling without Vince Russo. It's really simple. There's been a 15-year decline in ratings in the WWE, 15 straight years. We're going now below a 2. Whose head, like, has anybody's head gone on the chopping block? Like, anybody. It's going to be below 2. Bro, come January 1st, we're going to be below a 2.0. I'm telling you, by the beginning of the year, they're going to be underneath a 2. Okay? 15 straight years of this. Nobody's responsible. We don't cut promos on anybody. Nothing. Okay? We all know the TNA story, bro. We were up to 2 million viewers. That wasn't good enough for anybody. So now we're down to 327. The same writers are still there. That hasn't changed. Bro, we have the Ring of Honor story. We have the infamous, the landscape has changed. Bro, in about 3 weeks, they were out of the time slot and they will put it at 11 o'clock. Nobody was held responsible. Nobody lost their job. Nobody went through the chopping block. But here's what's amazing to me, bro. This is how close. Like I said, look at my track record. Here I am sitting at home, doing the brand and happy to do this. But I'm sitting at home. I'm unemployed when it comes to the wrestling business, bro. Look at this, John Gaborick. You really have to look at the track record from day one to understand this. Okay. First of all, bro, he gets hired by TNA as head of talent relations and head of creative. Neither job did he have any experience. Okay, he was part of the television production team at the WWE. He had never had anything to do with talent relations, never had anything to do with creative. They hire him in this job. Okay, the first thing he does is gets rid of Eric Bischoff. The second thing he does is, bro, get rid of Jeff Jarrett. The third thing he does is he hires Vince Russo as a consultant for $2,000 a month, thinking Vince is going to turn him down because that money's insulting and embarrassing. but the fact is that Dixie was the one that wanted Vince Russo back. So like he had no choice. But what he tried to do was lowball me, hoping I wouldn't take the money. But I took the money anyway because, quite frankly, I needed a job. The minute he had the opportunity to get rid of me, he got rid of me. The minute he had the opportunity, bro, when I accidentally sent an email to the wrong place, we know the story. He got rid of me immediately. Okay? All right, bro, what follows? From there, they lose their Spike deal. Okay? From there, they're going to lose their Destination America deal. But guess what? We got a deal in India. We're going to be on India TV. I'm going to fly over to India, and we're going to do a press conference. They're going to have no coverage whatsoever in the United States come January 1st. Bro, this guy is still employed by TNA. This guy is not only is he still employed in TNA, bro, he's making more money at TNA than I ever made when I was there, and I was there for 10 years. He's making more than I ever made. But it's like, okay, Bischoff goodbye, Jarrett goodbye, lose Spike, lose Destination America, but I got a deal in India. This guy's still employed in the wrestling business.
And he's the face of the company now in India. He's out there. He must be an Indian superstar by now.
Jeff, seriously, listen, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Justify. How is that justified? Like, if you're Dixie Carter, you're the boss of this company. You're the head of this company. And let's face it, I've said this all along. The minute Eric Bischoff was sent home, the Spike deal was done. I don't care when everybody wants to, of course, blame Vince Russo. Bro, TNA could go out of business 5 years from now and they'll blame Vince Russo. The fact of the matter is when Bischoff got sent home, done. That's when. So basically, in my opinion, he cost them the Spike deal, as far as I'm concerned. So with all that, bro, how do you justify that this guy's still making the money and is in the position he's in at TNA?
Is Dixie married?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then my theories, I don't know. That was my only theory, that they were banging.
Jeff, you know what I used to say all the time with every company that I went to, WWE, WCW, TNA, here's what I said all the time. Bro, if under my guys and under my thumb, the ratings go down, I expect to be fired. I expect you to get rid of me. It's the same thing like a manager, bro. A manager, Matt Williams this year, all the expectation with the Washington Nationals and everything, meanwhile, they didn't even make the playoffs. Williams gets fired. He had to expect to get fired. So I used to say all along, guys, if the ratings don't go up, I expect to be fired. I didn't do my job. Fire me. I just don't understand how all these people that obviously aren't doing their jobs are still in the same position they were in.
Well, I mean, you just named all the people he got rid of. He's probably got rid of every single person that would be telling Dixie, you got to get rid of this guy. So maybe nobody's telling her you have to get rid of this guy and she just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, not for anything. And he doesn't call me anymore because I can't do anything for him. But, I was almost like a father to Matt Conway, and I literally taught Matt Conway everything I know, and I consider Matt Conway a friend and still do. But of course, bro, the day I got sent home was the last day I ever heard from Matt Conway. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, like, how are Conway and Lagana, how do they still have writing jobs? Like you changed networks. I understand that. But you've gone from 2 million people to 325,000. Bro, if this were any other television show, would these writers have a job?
Yeah, I mean, well, who knows if they even do anything. I mean, maybe Gaborik's writing everything.
Who knows? But I mean, I don't understand it, bro. Like we're all sitting here on the sideline and we're seeing all this play out in front of our eyes. Just like it's like a train wreck. Like between Ring of Honor, Destination America, WWE. It's like a landslide. With these ratings just falling. And like nothing's happening.
It's selfishness, man. They don't care about the industry. They care about themselves. So they're not going to bring in anybody that's going to help the company get better, because that might bring them down in the chain. So, I mean, it's just pure selfishness. Why is Jim Ross sitting at home? The greatest play-by-play guy to ever walk the earth is sitting at home when he would be on Raw tomorrow if they asked him to. It's just ridiculous.
Bro, how can you sit there and watch Monday Night Raw and justify Jim Ross sitting at home? Bro, that move right there would bring them more viewers. Bring Jim Ross back, put him with Jerry Lawler. That alone will bring them more viewers.
Yep.
How do you like? How does anybody? I mean, bro, how can anybody say, especially in the WWE, how can anybody say what's best for business with a straight face? How can anybody say that with a straight face? A freaking announcer change will immediately bring you some viewers back.
What's best for business is as long as that person's in power, as long as they have the authority, as long as they're in charge. That's what's best for business for them. That's all they care about.
And Jeff, let me tell you something about Vince Russo. All right, bro.
So why is Ed Ferraro work at Full Sail University and nobody's asking him to teach these kids?
You know what I mean? Bro, the smartest man I've ever met in my life, Ed Ferraro. Bro, and here's the thing, Jeff. Listen, I'm the kind of guy that, Jeff, listen, the most money I ever made in the business was when I went to WCW, okay? You know, I got a 2-year – and, bro, here's the thing. They wanted to sign me for 3 years, and I said no. I can only do this for 2 more years. After 2 years, I'm going to be done. So at the end of the day, bro, they would have had to pay me for that 3rd year, and I would have been sitting at home. But I turned them down. But here's my point, Jeff. No matter how much money I was making in the business, obviously that was the height of my earnings. And obviously right now is the low, okay? Bro, I could bring my wife on here tomorrow, and she will tell you that my lifestyle and our lifestyle has never changed. Bro, I mean, bro, I think in my life, honestly, bro, I think I bought 1 new car in my life. You know, when we bought our house, it was always, listen, bro, it drives me crazy, people that buy these big expensive houses that they don't need. I don't care how much money they have. That drives me crazy. So my wife, Amy, and I, bro, listen, I think in Connecticut, when I was writing, bro, I think back then, this is 1995 or whatever, bro, I think we bought our house for like $160,000. It was like a tiny house, you know, bro. I don't spend money that way. I've had 1 new car, bro. You know, bro. Every week I come on here and I tell you I go to Goodwill every other day. That's how I am, bro. That has never changed.
You were wearing a Raiders shirt, for crying out loud, the other day.
Yeah, I was wearing a Raiders shirt, bro. I mean, that I've always been that way, Jeff. I've always been that way. And listen, now that I don't make a lot of money, I mean, Jeff, I'm telling you, you know, like I love vinyl and I love buying records and stuff. Bro, you know, your average buying new vinyl is like, you know, $20-25. There are so many new records that I want to get because they sound so much better. Bro, I can't pay $20 for a record now. Like, I just can't. Bro, me and my wife went out to eat last night. I wanted to go to, because they're advertising it, the Red Lobster's got the $14.99 all-you-can-eat shrimp. You know what I mean? And you could get it all the different ways they serve it. And I said to Amy, I said, it's $14.99. So it's $30. We're going to get drinks, tax, tip, the whole 9 yards. And I said to her, I said, we can't spend that much for dinner. So, bro, we wound up going to Hooters because it was happy hour. Okay, so I got 10 wings for $6. She got 10 wings for $6. You got half an order of nachos for $4. So we turned that $30 into $16. That was our night out. But I've always been that way, bro. Okay, bro. First of all, Dixie Carter, needless to say, you know, bro, she lives in the gated community. You know, I mean, it's the whole 9 yards, bro. All the country and western stars live there. It's the whole thing. But, bro, when I was there, Gaborik brought me to his house. Okay? Bro, the guy lives in a freaking mansion. It is a freaking mansion. And like as soon as we drove up, because it's in one of those communities, as soon as we drove up. Now, keep in mind, bro, you know, I had some good success at WWE. I got a nice contract at WCW. Never in my wildest dreams. Because you know why, bro? Especially with the wrestling business. You don't know what freaking tomorrow brings. That's how the wrestling business is. Bro, when I first started in the business, I had an assistant editor. The guy's name was Louis Gianfrido at the WWE. The first thing I went in Louis' office, bro. He had like nothing on the wall. This is like my first week there. This is 1994. And I said, Louis, what's, you know, because at the WWE, bro, you could get any posters you wanted and they'd frame them and put them up in your office. It was like nice, you know? So I said, Louis, how do you have nothing on your wall? And Louis freaking looked at me in 1994. I just started there. And he said, Vince, in the wrestling business, every day could be your last day. And he said, when my last day comes, I want to be able to put my things in a box and walk out.
That's sad.
Yeah, 1990. This is what 1994, bro. And Louis at the time was like, yeah, maybe late 20s. You know what I mean? And literally, like within a month, I was like, this kid is freaking dead on. That's how the wrestling business is. So, you know, bro, he brings me to this house and he lives in this mansion. I mean, Jeff, it's got to be $1 million house. I mean, there's no question about it. But like, that's what I mean. You know, he moves there, he buys the $1 million house. He's made blunder after blunder after blunder because let's face it, he wasn't qualified for the job. It wasn't his strong suit, but yet he goes on. And, you know, like you said, he is Vince, you know, he is Ed, he is JR, you know, he is the Disco Inferno. And it just boggles my mind, bro.
You know, you could probably do an entertaining show for a week, just go out to eat every meal, and how much money you save by researching where you go to eat and getting
absolutely.
all the deals.
No, absolutely, bro. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. Bro, I could tell you right now, you got Famous Dave's by you?
No.
Famous Dave's is a great barbecue place, and we got it here by us. And Thursday, they give you like all the riblets you can eat. And, you know, bro, you go there and like you pig out, like, you know, they just keep bringing the riblets. Well, the problem is it's $14.99. Like, and Amy wanted to go there last night. I said, no, we can't. I want to go there too. I want to eat riblets until I'm throwing up all over myself. But the fact of the matter is that $15 a pop, no, we can't go there right now. So that's why, like, you know, I got to laugh. You know, you get the job with TNA. The first thing you do is buy the $1 million house. You're like, really, bro? You know what I mean? But it's amazing to me, bro. It's just amazing. But anyway, Jeff, what do you got for me today?
Well, since we've already killed the gimmick of this show for this episode, let me cover one kind of wrestling related deal, which I'm going to take credit for, even though that's not the case. But I will take credit for it. Paige was on Conan O'Brien last night.
Right. I should have watched that. I forgot all about it.
Yeah. Well, I tried to tape it. I forgot. Then I tried to tape the replay, and it didn't tape correctly. All I got was Sarah Silverman, so I didn't get Paige. So I'm a little disappointed about that. But I had been saying, I've said it numerous times in blogs. I said it, if you go back and watch my Destiny Unbound from maybe end of September, beginning of October, I specifically said that you need to turn these people that could be superstars into superstars, and Paige is one of them. And I said that I would be parading her around on the nighttime talk shows. Now she's on Conan, so I will take credit for that. But, yes, my idea. Seriously, though, I really think that's a good deal. If you can get somebody like that on the late-night shows, that's how you get mainstream people involved in your product. But the thing is now you got to keep them if they tune in to watch Paige.
So we don't know how she did then?
No, I didn't see it, man. I'm mad. So when we get off here, I'm going to see if I can find the clips online and stuff. But, yeah, I think it was a dual thing. She was promoting the pay-per-view and the new video game.
Yeah, I'm sure she did very well, bro, as long as she didn't get nervous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, you got to remember, like, Paige is still 22 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's a pretty big deal. So unless she got nervous, I mean, I'm sure she's done great. I mean, when you watch her, like, once she started getting comfortable, like in Total Divas and whatnot, I mean, she had a great freaking personality. Like, you couldn't help but to like this girl. So I'm sure, I'm sure she did really, really well.
Yeah, but I think that's a good move right there.
Yeah, I agree.
What did you think of the Star Wars trailer?
I liked it, bro. I mean, because it created a lot of questions, and it didn't need to, bro. Listen, it could have been anything, honestly, and like everybody would have put it over. But I thought, it created a lot of questions where, like, you're watching it and it's like, you're just sitting there saying, holy crap, bro, that movie is just gonna blow up. It's going to blow up, bro.
Well, you were saw that you tweet that you're thinking Luke might be turning heel in this one. Is that?
Yeah, but everybody's telling me I'm wrong. It's somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know.
Yeah.
They didn't show him. He wasn't in the trailer at all. He's not in the poster either. And he's in the movie.
Well, bro, no, he was in the trailer.
He was?
Yeah, and
I didn't see him.
Yeah,
I didn't see him.
Bro, unless there's a couple of different trailers out there, and there might be. But how they did it in this trailer was like, they show him like painfully like putting on some kind of Darth Vader looking helmet, like almost against his own will, like, putting this, and he's like going, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, wait a minute. I mean, the way they did it was phenomenal, bro. So that's why you had to ask the questions. But of course, these Star Wars tweets were all over me, the minute I tweeted that out, bro,
Yeah, I need to rewatch it because somehow I missed it.
Yeah.
One thing my buddy pointed out, and this may be a spoiler if it's true, so don't get mad at me, people. Fast forward a few seconds. But my buddy says if you watch closely, when they show that one girl crying over a body, that it looks like Chewbacca's dead. Like, it looks like Chewbacca's dead in that shot. So I'm wondering if that's true.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? Go back to I think it was this past summer, like with the when they had the Avengers trailer.
Yeah,
they shot it that it looked like all the Avengers were dead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And bro, I ran with that one. Like, I ran on Twitter. I like, all the Avengers are dying in this movie, bro. They ripped the crap out of me. They all came out of the woodwork because I said all the Avengers were gonna die in this movie.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was good. It looked like, they've been talking about how we're not doing the CGI stuff. We're going back to how the first films were done with the models and the real sets. And you could tell. I mean, it looked like, one of the first movies.
Yeah, it's going to blow up, bro. Hey, bro, I was talking to Ed about this because, like you, Ed's a huge comic book mark. Bro, do you watch Comic Book Men?
Yes.
Did you watch the first episode?
No, I know they did a double episode the first night, and I got them on my DVR. I haven't watched them yet.
Well, bro, in the first one, they talk about this new I don't know if it's a Marvel. I don't know what it is, but it's they talk about this next superhero movie that they think is going to be huge, and it's about the character Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Reynolds is playing Deadpool.
Yeah, do you know about this character? Because, like, they were putting this over, like, if done right, this could be the best superhero movie of all time.
I've never gotten into Deadpool, so I'm not an expert on it, but he's in Marvel. He's a Marvel guy. And he's a, like, comedic character, and he does a lot of breaking the fourth wall. If you read the comics, he talks to the reader. You know what I mean? So he's a real entertaining character, and he's funny and stuff. It's just somebody that I've – not by choice, just I really never invested the money in Deadpool, but there's a lot of people excited for it.
So now Ryan Reynolds is supposed to play Deadpool?
Yeah, because I believe he played Deadpool in another movie.
Yeah, Ed
like
was
a Wolverine movie or something.
Yes, Ed was telling me about that. Ed said that Deadpool had a very small role in Wolverine, but they totally dropped the ball. And this new movie is supposed to be nothing like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if I know a lot of comic book fans are excited about this, so if they stay true to the character, it probably will be huge.
Yeah, cool. What else you got for me, Jeff?
Dude, I thought this was ridiculous. Did you see about this woman in Minnesota that was pulled over and cited for drinking coffee while driving?
No.
Yeah, it was on the news, and it was St. Paul, Minnesota. I guess she was getting on the exit ramp, drinking a cup of coffee. She got pulled over, and the officer was like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And the lady said no. And then the officer, she was like, "Well, you were drinking coffee while driving, and that's illegal." And the lady thought that she was joking with her. Like, she just thought it was a joke. But apparently, yeah, you can get a distraction for driving ticket for anything, not just a cell phone. So technically,
really?
Yeah. And I guess the cop, she cited her a warning for drinking the coffee, but then ticketed her for not wearing a seatbelt. And the lady, of course, who knows if she's telling the truth or not, but she said she had the seatbelt on and took it off when she got pulled over. I find that hard to believe. You know what I mean? Trying to, but I just thought that was strange because I am probably drinking something while I'm driving, coffee or water or something, 75% of the time I'm driving. And you think about all these people on road trips drinking coffees, and they interviewed this guy who I guess he does something for Minnesota about safe driving. He's a big safe driver guy. And he even was like, he's like, every single car has cup holders. He's like, you know what I mean? And he's like, there's people over here doing crimes, and we're just focusing on the wrong people here.
Well, yeah, I mean, bro, how does drinking distract you from driving? I mean, it's not, bro, being on the phone and texting, that's a whole other animal. I mean, bro, next week on Vixens, I'm going to have, Peyton, what's her name? What was her character name on TNA? I can't even remember. Peyton Banks. Rain is going to be my guest. And, bro, she was almost killed by a 22-year-old girl who was texting and just went through a stop, so I never even saw it. She was almost killed. So, I mean, that's a whole different animal. How does drinking coffee distract you driving? Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess you could say anything. I mean, what if somebody has an itch and they're trying to get in?
Right, exactly,
you could go with anything. But it's funny. The reporter asked her, "Are you going to drink coffee again while driving?" She's like, "Yes, I'm going to drink coffee every time."
That's ridiculous. I would have got a freaking ticket this morning when I took my wife to work.
Yeah, I just thought that was very strange.
I got a topic. Jeff, finally, listen, remember I told you yesterday about the radio thing and everything, right?
Yeah.
So and I've been trying to make my tattoo appointment to get my Ralph Cramden around when I have a car. I was thinking, well, Friday they might want me at the radio station, so I can't make it on Friday. So finally I called the guy yesterday, and I set my tattoo for tomorrow, Saturday. And on my forearm, I'm going to get my Ralph Cramden. Okay, bro? Who's been a big influence on my life. Speaking of Ralph Cramden, bro, I'm watching, bro, early in the morning, Oprah's channel OWN.
Yeah. Yep. I never watch it, but I know what it is.
Early in the morning, bro, they play a run of Dr. Phil reruns. I mean, like old Dr. Phil's, I don't know, bro, maybe 5-6 hours. It starts at maybe 3 in the morning and goes till 9 or something ridiculous, right? So, bro, Ralph Cramden, the king of his castle, okay? Alice was nothing but a third-class seaman, okay? He was the king of his castle. He rules with an iron fist. What he says goes, the whole shebang. Okay, anybody knows honeymooners knows this, right? So Dr. Phil has this couple on his show this morning, bro, and it's an older show, okay? Bro, it's a husband and a wife, right? Bro, the husband, what's that, air raid? Bro.
I don't know what the heck that was. My phone. I have my phone sitting on my printer and it's on vibrate. So the tray where the paper comes out?
Yeah.
It was making that bounce. I don't know why. It scared the crap out of me.
Bro, do me a favor. We talked about the two people behind you yesterday.
Air raid, yeah.
Take down the guy with the glasses. We need.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Take it better. Take it down with the glasses.
You had to pick the one with the turtle on top.
Yeah, move things around. We got time here, bro. We don't. We're in no hurry.
Okay.
All right, let me see that.
See that?
Perfect. Okay, bro. So you got a husband and wife. The husband looks exactly like the figure that Jeff just lifted up. Jeff, lift up the figure again.
The husband looks like this.
Yes.
A nerdy, hot, hippie science chick.
No,
I mean, obviously she's not hot as a doll.
No, bro. He looks like a nerdy, 100-pound, soaking wet Nimrod, wrestling mark. You name it. That's what this guy looks like. Okay, bro. In other words, let me put it to you this way. He has no business even being a man. Okay, bro. Bro, remember the old character? This is probably before your time. Remember there used to be an old character that used to be in comedy skits in the WWF called Jameson?
Jameson, the nerdy guy with the glasses?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Jameson.
Okay,
yeah.
That's who the guy looked like. All right? Okay, bro. And I'm going to be like as nice as I possibly can.
I think that was the 90s, Vince. I think that was earlier than you think. Yeah, it's not before my time. No,
okay, all right. I'm going to be as nice as I can. Okay? His wife is sitting next to him. Okay, bro? With all due respect. She looks like she looks like a 300-pound red-haired ox. Okay, bro? She looks like an ox. I'm just going to say it. She looks like an ox. She's 300 pounds. Okay, bro? This guy, I'm not exaggerating, is $1.25. All right, bro? They're married. Right, bro? She has 300-pound ox, bro. She made up a sex menu with names of the entrees and what they entail. I'm not kidding you. The husband had to pay her to have sex with him, bro. So he would literally get the menu and, basically say, like, I'll take the oxen hayride for $100, and literally had to give her $100 before he could ride the ox. And this woman was so freaking arrogant. And, she basically was saying he's getting a bargain. I could up the prices. And, bro, this freaking guy, 150 pounds, wasn't saying a word. This woman was 300 freaking pounds. Can you, Jeff, you know what my biggest pet peeve is?
This is not a work.
Bro, it was not a work. I'm telling you, it was not a work. Bro, you know what my biggest pet peeve is, Jeff? Let's talk about this for a second, because we were talking about you dating yesterday, and we're going to start I'm not going to rip off Howard Stern, but I'm going to use the term. We're going to start the dial a date. We're going to find Jeff a hottie, right here. That's what we're going to do. But, Jeff, you know what my biggest pet peeve is? Call me a male chauvinistic pig. Call me whatever you want to call me. Bro, the guy, if you're a man, you need to wear the pants in the family. Period. End of story. You're the breadwinner. You go out. You make the money. You need to be the man of the house. You need to rule with an iron fist. You need to make the rules, and everybody needs to abide by those rules. That's the way it is. Any man that kowtows to a woman, bro, it freaking drives me out of my mind. I know it's old school, bro, but you do have to be king of your castle.
I won't argue with that. I also think it's ridiculous the wives that won't have sex with their husbands. That should be part of the deal. You know what I mean?
Now, Jeff, let me ask you this though. When you find the right girl, and you go out and you date girls and stuff like that. I mean, Jeff, do you look for what's more appealing to you, a strong woman or a submissive woman? And by submissive woman, I mean, listen, you're the man, I'm the woman. Hey, bro, you can go back to biblical times. It's right there in Genesis. Adam was created first. Eve was created from Adam. It's laid down from the beginning of time what a man's role and what a woman's role is. So like when you date these girls, do you like a strong personality in a woman, or do you like the submissive, girlfriend wife role?
I've never really thought about this, like purposely. I guess it's all been kind of, subliminal, but the majority of girls that I've dated are like shy or quiet, and you know what I mean? So I guess that's I prefer like shy, quiet girls, I'd have to say.
Do you consider yourself shy and quiet?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think sometimes I have like an anxiety issue in public if I'm around a lot of people I don't know. It just really depends, honestly. I kind of bounce back and forth with that stuff. But yeah, I can definitely be shy.
I can understand the anxiety thing about people you don't know. I'm the same exact way, Jeff. But when you like go out with a girl that's shy and you yourself is shy, like how do you handle that?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been so long.
Bro, you know who I think I
haven't been like seriously in a relationship with a girl in like 4 years now.
Bro, you know who I think you need is a wingman?
I don't even want to know.
And not your brother Stan.
No.
You know who I think you need is a wingman?
Oh, boy. There's so many ways you could go with this one.
I'm going Scott Casey Gale.
You know, I probably he would probably get the conversation rolling.
Bro, would this guy not break that? He doesn't care what he says, bro. He'll start talking a mile a minute about Will Ferrell and blue pants. I mean, would he not be like the perfect icebreaker? But, bro, the sad thing is the girl would probably fall for him and not you. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Now, dude, like, yeah, I just, I guess the shy and quiet ones. I don't know.
Jeff, let's go back to this relationship of 4 years ago.
I don't want to.
We have to, Jeff.
There's facts that would blow your mind about this.
Jeff, we got to talk about this now. That's what this show is all about. We're supposed to it's no holds barred, anything goes. Now, how long did you date this girl?
Vince, you're going to make me say this. I don't like talking about this because it's not just my business; it's her business too.
No, we're not going to mention this girl by name. We don't know who this girl. No, it's going to be very generic. I'm not going to get into things. How long did you date this girl?
Well, I was married to her.
Now, see, this I did not know, Jeff.
I know, like I don't talk about this stuff. It's without saying any specifics because, like I said, it's her business as well. And I don't want to violate any, personal space
I totally understood.
and stuff like that. But it was rough for me. Her decision, not mine, and it was very hard for me. And she had children that I fell in love with. I helped raise one since she was a baby.
This explains some of the stuff you said yesterday, which we would not understand unless we knew this. Well, let me ask you this, Jeff, and I'm not going to get into specific. I don't care about specifics, and we're going to respect this girl. But so it ended 4 years ago.
Well, technically, we're still legally married.
Okay, but you broke up 4 years ago.
What year is it? Yeah, I would say about 4 years ago. Yeah.
How long?
It was on and off for a few years, but.
How long were you actually married before you split up?
The first time was a year and a half. Then we got back together. We split up like 3 times.
Let me ask you this. How old were you when all this started? That's what I'm trying to get at.
20. I was 29 when I got married.
How did you
doing the math wrong here?
How did you meet her?
She was my boss.
Oh my God, Jeff.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm not going to throw. Listen, I was too immature to get married. You know what I mean? I just I'll put the blame where the blame's due. I could have done more to satisfy the marriage and repair it, and I was just like a child. So nothing illegal, no battery or any of that bull crap. But I took it very rough.
See, Jeff, now I'm finding out a lot, and that was the reason why I was asking the questions, because now I'm finding out a lot, because now in putting 2 and 2 together, it's like this is the reason why you're gun shy to go out now and meet somebody else, right?
Well, partly, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would rather meet somebody else and just be able, she's already met somebody else. The only reason why we're not officially divorced is because I'm a stubborn prick when it comes to this. I didn't want the divorce. She did. So I'm not going to pay for it. So I'm waiting for her to file for however minuscule the money is. Matter of childish principle, I have been waiting for her to do it, so I haven't done it.
Wait a minute, Jeff. So nobody has filed for divorce?
No.
I mean, either way, you're going to have to pay, right? I mean, whether you file or she files, if she files for divorce, you got to pay for an attorney, right?
No, we would do it without. We've already discussed it. There'll be no attorneys involved. It would be just a straight old. I don't want nothing. He doesn't want nothing. It's over.
Well, see, Jeff. Now,
if she would change that, then yeah, but that's not going to happen.
Well, now, Jeff, here's an interesting question to me. Why hasn't she filed? You just explained why you haven't. Why hasn't she filed?
I don't want to say. I'm assuming money issues.
Okay. Is she still in town?
No, she lives in Evansville.
She's an Evansville girl.
Yeah.
Well, I might know this girl. I don't want to know her, but I might. No. You sure I don't know her?
Yeah, you don't know her, but I'm not. No, I don't want to get too much into it. It's for the best. She's happy. I'm glad she's happy.
And she had.
I don't have any ill feelings to her. She's not evil to me.
Are you still on speaking terms or no? Because that sucks if you're not.
Very rarely. I mean, I don't go out of my way to talk to her, but if I need to talk to her for something, she doesn't ignore me. Yeah. It's normally email. But
and she had you said she had 3 kids?
4.
4 kids. Wow.
Yeah.
See, Jeff. See, now I think this is what's in the back of your mind as you go forward, man.
It may be, but. I don't still want her back.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm over that. I'm beyond all that. I'm not depressed over her. I know it's over. I wouldn't even, I'm trying to move forward, but at the same time, like I've tried dating a couple girls since her, and it just wasn't the same. We didn't, the girls never shared interests with me. It was just kind of, okay, I think she's attractive. Then I guess she thought I was attractive, so we started hanging out, but then there was just nothing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, does, the fact that, though, you're still, like, legally married and stuff, but you're not together, doesn't that, like, isn't that a headache, like, at the end of the year when you're filing taxes and stuff like that? Doesn't that interfere with that kind of stuff?
You just file this married filing separately.
Okay, but that's it. There are no other issues.
Right, yeah. I mean, I haven't had any. None of our taxes have gotten rejected. You do married filed separately. They ask who your spouse is. You put in their social security number, and then you just do your stuff.
Well, Jeff, I feel like bad now because I didn't know this. I feel.
I don't like to talk about it because a lot of the times I'm ashamed because I feel like I failed. I can make excuses and say I was immature, but the bottom line was I made the decision to get married and it didn't succeed. So to me, I feel like, I failed. So
no, bro,
it's embarrassing to me sometimes.
Jeff, if it was meant to be, it would have been meant to be. It didn't work out because it was not meant to be. It had nothing to do with you failing. Bro, listen, you're who you are. You can't help who you are. God created Jeff Lane, to be Jeff Lane. There isn't another Jeff Lane out there. You can't apologize for yourself for being Jeff Lane. You are who you are. If the thing was supposed to work out, it would have worked out. It didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to. You can't put that burden on you, bro.
Well, I mean,
come on.
I also, I feel better when I take responsibility for things.
But you don't need to, bro. Because then you're blaming yourself, and you're going to go into another relationship. Oh, if this doesn't work out, it's going to be my fault. But hey, bro, was she?
No, I don't think that. No,
Jeff, was she? She had the 4 kids, so like, was she a lot older than you?
No, she's younger than me.
Well, she's younger than you. So, bro, you were both young then. What? You telling me she wasn't immature?
She was more mature than I was.
You're being too hard on yourself, bro.
I just don't have any ill will. You know what I mean? I'm just, I don't know. I don't like talking about it really. You know what I mean? I just, that's partly like why, like, I feel like I had it and I lost it. and now I'm just getting older every year.
Bro,
That's why my birthdays depress me.
That way, because if it was supposed to work out, it would have worked out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, early on in my marriage with Amy's from Evansville. Okay, bro. Amy never left Evansville. She was born and raised in Evansville. Okay, here comes the New Yorker to Evansville. Okay, bro. Amy had never been on a freaking plane in her life. Okay, here comes the New Yorker from Evansville. So now I'm graduating college. I'm 22 years old, so I got one of two choices. I was in love with Amy. It was like, okay, I'm either getting married now at 22, Jeff. You want to talk about immature? Forget about it. Forget about it. Either I'm getting married or we're going to split up, because there wasn't going to be a long-term relationship. She wasn't going to be in Evansville, and I was going to be that wasn't going to work out. So I knew I loved her, so I proposed to her, and at 22 years old, we got married, okay? Listen, you've lived in Evansville. You know Evansville. Bro, here's a girl that never got on a plane in her life that now moved to New York. Okay, Jeff, moved away from her family. Jeff, I cannot tell you how many times in those first 2 years, bro, we should have been divorced 12 times. And I was 22. I was younger than you were, bro. Talk about immaturity. A dozen times we should have been divorced. But for whatever reason, we got through that time, and here we are 32 years. The only reason we did, bro, was because we were supposed to. That's the way it was supposed to be. I'm supposed to be with her. Your situation would have worked out if this was your soulmate, and that it was the way it's supposed to be. It has nothing to do with I was immature, I was this, I was the other thing. You got to know that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. But, I don't also want to blame the universe. You know what I mean? I could blame fate. I could blame karma. I could blame destiny and all that stuff. But I can, I got to be responsible for myself too. You know what I mean? But, it's a great learning experience, man, because at the end of the day, I didn't realize it at the time, but you really understand what's important in life. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's going to bring, to my next relationship, it's going to bring a lot of, experience and understanding for the next effort.
Absolutely, bro. Hey, Jeff, so was that part of the reason you came back to Rochester?
Yeah.
Okay, so bro, so you literally could have been in Evansville.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it was that, and like just about the same time, I got fired from my job, my restaurant job, which you can read all about in my book. Why it sucks to work at a restaurant. So I'm like, okay.
Where can you get that book, Jeff?
You can get it at my website, thejefflane.com. You can get it on Kindle for $2.99. So
okay, go ahead.
Cheap plug, like Hillary Clinton. Did you see she plugged her book at her hearing about her emails? Like that cracked me up. But yeah, at the same time that ended and I got fired. So I'm like, okay, now I'm single. I'm by myself. I have no freaking income. And, so I'm talking to my parents, and they're like, listen, we'll help you get you back on your feet. It's just too hard to do with you living in Evansville. So I had a choice to make. Was I going to try and stick it out there, rebuild my life with, really, she was the only reason why I was staying there at this point. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of good friends there, but I got friends in New York too. So it's like, I'm not going to stay somewhere just for my social groups. I got to make sure I'm successful. So I'm like, okay, now's my chance. Do I want to go back home and restart my life, or do I want to try to do it here, take a job I don't want just so I can keep paying my bills here on my own? And I decided to come home.
Bro, that wasn't a part of why you lost your job, was it?
With her? No.
Okay, that's
totally.
Yeah, because
totally
you said she was your boss. So I was just
no. Yeah, she was my boss when we got together, but she stopped working for that company before we even got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, they had nothing to do with it. No.
Wow, what an interesting story, Jeff. Thanks for telling us about that, because I did not know about that.
Yeah, I'm shy about sharing things that I feel are that I'm embarrassed about. Very shy about stuff like that.
Well, you I think you're insane to be embarrassed. I thought you left Evansville because Rudy Charles was just getting to be too much.
Well, when I left, I think he was in Nashville. He may have moved to Orlando at that time. He may have been in NXT, but he had not lived in Evansville for the last few years that I lived there because he had a house in Nashville with his wife, and I know he moved to Orlando when he went to NXT. But now that he's on the main roster and he can live wherever he wants, that's why he's gone back.
So where is he now? In Evansville?
He's back in Evansville, yeah.
Wow.
But when he started working for TNA, when you guys were doing this stuff in Nashville, and even when you moved the TV tapings to Orlando, that's when me and him shared an apartment. And then I ended up, for my job, I moved to a new city. I moved to Terre Haute for a year. So that I moved out from him, and he ended up getting together with his future wife, and they got a house in Nashville and stuff. So
he's married to the same woman, right?
Oh yeah,
bro. You talk about having problems early on in their marriage. I'm not going to get into Mr. Rudy Charles's personal life, but that was a headache and a half, bro. I could tell you that much. Hey, Jeff, do you know this is an actual shoot? I'm not even kidding you, bro. I'm going to wind up, no doubt. I don't think there's any doubt. I'm going to wind up moving back to Evansville. You
had told me that you were thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that stops me now is, Annie's in college. VJ, like, he's 25, bro. Like, I can't leave him here by himself. Like, I just can't. I'll feel like I'm just, So that, like, that's the only thing. But I know when all is said and done, that's where I'm. Bro, my best friends in the world are in Evansville.
Dude, I tell you what, man, like I'll miss it from time to time, especially my really good friends that live there. But I do not miss the tornado warnings every other freaking week. Yeah. And the insane weather and the icy roads. And I do not miss the weather at all. Yeah. Like that was one thing I do not miss about Evansville.
Yeah. Yeah. So, bro, the campus and stuff where I went to school and everything, right?
Yeah, it's called
USI now.
USI, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Now it's huge.
Yep.
Hey, Jeff, while we're on the subject, let's change gears here because I want to see how you feel about this.
All right.
Because now you have a little bit of a background, God, bro, I think this is insanity. Just like your case, Lamar and Chloe filed divorce papers a long time ago, but it never went through. It never became official.
Right.
Okay, bro, they were waiting on a hearing.
Right.
Okay, now all this stuff has just gone down with Lamar, a life-changing situation with the drug overdose and whatnot, right? Now the latest is, as of yesterday, Chloe and Lamar have called off the divorce because Lamar has sworn to never take another drug in his life. He has sworn himself off drugs. Now, not for anything, Jeff, like I'm looking at this situation. If you're in the hospital and, now, bro, apparently his kidneys are shot. He might need a kidney replacement. I mean, who knows? But if you're in the hospital, if you're in a coma, if you're inches from death, okay, bro, I think it's pretty safe to say that anybody in that situation would swear off drugs for the rest of their life. I mean, isn't that fair to say? So, like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, yeah, okay, bro, you almost died. So, of course, in your hospital bed, in the severe pain that you're in, and you were in a coma and you almost died, yeah, I'm never going to take drugs again. But, I mean, bro, to me, it's kind of like, okay, Chloe, the guy's knocking on death's door, swearing off drugs. So that's the reason you're going to call off the divorce. Like, should we not wait till like he's out of the hospital and give him 3 months and kind of see how he does? Like, bro, this to me is like, listen, man, if you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict. And, bro, a lot of drug addicts have had life-threatening situations. And the minute they overcome it and they're alive, what do? They do drugs again, bro, because they're addicts. To publicly say, okay, well, I'm calling off the divorce because Lamar has swore to never take drugs again. I'm like, not with all due respect. It's like, are you a freaking idiot? Like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying, bro? So like, okay, so in 3 months from now, God forbid the guy's, found strung out somewhere. What? We're all going to feel sorry for Chloe again?
I wonder if she's doing it out of guilt. Like she feels like this is her fault. And if she doesn't go back with him, he's going to end up killing himself.
Well, Jeff, she has always made it clear. Like one thing I have to say is, but see, bro, but then she met James Harden, and like she was ducking Lamar before Harden, because before Harden, bro, she would go on interviews and everything and openly say, I'm still in love with Lamar. If it were up to me, I'd still be with Lamar. She would say that openly. You know what I mean? But then, bro, like I said, the last couple of months, she started dating James Harden. Next thing we know, she's calling Lamar a stalker, and she's running out of nightclubs through the kitchen because she had a new man. So, like, part of me wants to say, okay, she's really in love with Lamar, so she's just looking at this through rose-colored glasses. She wants to believe that the guy is going to be off drugs. But then on the other side of the coin, like, how in love with him could you have been if, a couple of weeks ago you were referring to him as a stalker?
It's funny. I mean, normally I don't like when people make fun of, people's tragic situations or whatever, but I still got a kick out of this. Somebody posted a picture and it said Lamar Odom, the first man to successfully use coke and hookers to save his marriage.
Oh. that is pretty funny, bro.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? I mean, I think Chloe. I just feel obviously I don't know Chloe Kardashian, but I feel like she's got real feelings in there, like that I don't see with the other Kardashians. You know what I mean? And part of me might feel she might consider herself responsible for this. You know what I mean? That she looked back and she's like, I blew him off to be with James, and this is what happens. And this guy's going to die, and it's going to be my fault, and I'm going to try to make it work.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, bro? Obviously, the funny thing is, the stories that she's really not a Kardashian.
Right.
Which, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I 100% believe those stories. I mean, when you look at family photos, bro, you talk about somebody that stands out like an absolute sore thumb. All those kids look alike except her. And, you can't tell so much now, bro. Bro, when you look at early pictures of her and you look at her now, bro, she's had so much face surgery done. Like, it's not even funny. When you look at like a photo of her at like 13 or 14, she looks nothing, bro, nothing like the rest of that family. So exactly like you said, you think she has true feelings. You're probably right, because it's probably not the same genes running through her body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else you got for me, Jeff? Anything?
Oh, let's see. I did watch the Jimmy Kimmel thing. I finally found it, and I looked at my search history, and I searced Jimmy Fallon.
Oh my!
That's why I couldn't find it. So, but
well, what you think? Well, I mean, did it live up to your? Does it live up to your standards?
Yeah, it was very cool. I thought very cool. Obviously, it was sad seeing Michael J. Fox, and I thought that Christopher Lloyd is not. He seemed kind of shaky. That part to me, was sad, but it was very, very cool to see that, and that they agreed to do that, man, and pull up in the DeLorean stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Hey, Jeff, were you a taxi guy?
No, it was that was something that was before me. Before I was old enough to really start getting into TV shows. That was before my time. So,
like, you respect Doc Brown, but you really don't know Jim Ignatowski?
Right. I mean, I very have. Like, I remember seeing a few episodes as a child. I mean, I remember watching it. I remember seeing, Tony Danza and stuff like that, and the Stairs and all that. But, yeah, it was something I was very young. I was just probably watching it because my parents were watching it. But, no, it was just something that I was not old enough to get into at the time. Jeff, I've never seen it reruns.
Oh, bro, that's on DVD.
Is it?
Oh, bro, you got to invest in that, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's incredible. Hey, bro, between yesterday and today, I think people are gonna start accusing us as being like two girlfriends on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like honestly, bro, like what is this turning into over here with me and you? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You have
But
nothing,
did you see?
you have nothing to say to that, pretty much.
Yeah, you kind of stumped me on that. No, but like in relations to the Back to the Future, did you see this whole deal with selling the Pepsi Perfect?
No,
Like Pepsi released like 6,500 of the Pepsi Perfect that Marty orders in the future at the Cafe 80s, and it came in that glass bottle, and it looked exactly like it did in the film. Well, they were selling it for like $20. Well, they're advertising that on that day, October 21st, they're going to go on sale in the morning. They put them on sale the night before at like 9 o'clock on Amazon and Walmart, and they sold out before the 21st even came. And people were going insane.
Wow,
like I was gonna try to get one, and people are like, they're already sold out. And I'm like, what? So I go look, and I'm like, everybody's complaining. I'm like, why would you do that? I mean, it's like saving yourself for marriage and then getting a hooker the night before the wedding. You know what I mean? Like, you can wait 30 years for this.
But Jeff, don't you think they've done that because they're gonna reissue it?
They already said, November 5th they're re-putting them out.
Don't you think that was part of the? It
could have been. It absolutely could have been. But here's my deal. You're only making 6,500 of these, and they sold out in minutes. Why, for $20 a pop, why would you not make what the demand wants? Make as many as what the people want. Let them pre-order it so you don't make too many. And get as many 20s as you can for this. I mean, why limit it?
Because, Jeff, I think by doing what they did, they're going to sell even more.
Well, I don't know. I mean, people are already selling them for hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Well, that's for idiots that can't wait till November 6th.
Yeah, but now everybody's saying Pepsi let their employees buy them all and their family members, and that's why they sold out. But I'm like, okay. I mean, I understand they may sell more, but why not just? I mean, wouldn't you sell more if you actually make enough for everybody that's going to buy one?
Bro, I think this was a brilliant marketing ploy, bro. Jeff, tell me exactly what it is. What is this that you're talking about?
The Pepsi?
Yeah.
Okay, and Back to the Future 2, Marty goes into the cafe in 2015, and he orders a Pepsi, and it pops up, and it's called the Pepsi Perfect, and it's like this weird bottle of Pepsi, and it's inside a glass tubing that it comes. It kind of looks like the tubing, the bank things, the tubing for a bank.
Yeah.
It looks like a Pepsi inside of one of those, but a small one. And so it was called the Pepsi Perfect, and Pepsi just released them to sell. And it's Pepsi, and I guess it's the old formula with the real sugar. But man, if I bought one, I wouldn't open it.
No,
I wouldn't drink it.
And they sold it for $20.
$20, man.
Yeah, see, bro, they did this purposely. November 6th, right around the holidays. They'll forget about it. They're going to sell 1 million of them, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, what if the thing is they're only going to come out? They're saying anyway, they're only going to come out with another limited amount. Full
of baloney. They're absolutely full of baloney. Hey, Jeff, here's another thing. I'm seeing a lot, like I'm not reading up on it, but I keep seeing like images on AOL and stuff like that about those self-lacing sneakers. Like, are they realistically talking about creating those?
Yeah, they have been. Like they originally said they were going to come out with them by the date, and they didn't. So now the last thing I read is they're trying to get them out in 2016. Honestly, I think they missed the boat. I think they're ugly. You know what I mean? I think the whole thing was these are the ones from the movie, and the date of the movie, that would have been the perfect time to sell all these.
Bro, let me ask you this, Jeff. How many years did they have to put that plan into action between the movie and October 21st?
26 years, because the movie came out in 1989.
They had 26 years and they couldn't get the timing down right, bro, huh?
Yep.
That's incredible, because they didn't miss the boat, because they probably could have made a fortune.
Yeah. So, that's what I don't understand. Like, why they didn't get those out. If they're going to do it next year, I think the demand is going to plummet, because who cares now? This was the day, you know what I mean? Everybody's excited about Back to the Future. They want all the merchandise from the movie. That's why that's why I wanted the Pepsi. I just thought it was cool. I just watched the movie. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see the shoes being that big of a deal if they come out next year.
Hey, bro, let me bring up one other thing because I want to see how you feel about this. Because to me, like, bro, how you talk about the price of fame and like what people would do for fame, even if it's only 15 minutes, right? Bro, getting back to the Lamar thing. Okay. Remember I told you, like his, bro, like his heart's coming back. But from everything I'm reading, like the guy's kidneys are shot. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with alcohol. Let's face it. So, bro, it's like, it's being strongly indicated the guy's going to need kidney transplants. Have you read this?
Yeah, sorry. My washer's running and it keeps making loud noises. I forgot to shut the door. But yeah, if you're talking about the people offering their kidneys, yeah.
Okay, bro. Yeah. So you got people online offering Lamar Odom their kidneys. Now, bro, listen, I know there are such things as good Samaritans in this world, but are these really good Samaritans offering, let's face it, a stranger, somebody they never met, their kidney out of the goodness of their heart? Because if that's the case, bro, then they'll just go to whoever is in charge of that and donate their kidney to give to somebody they don't know. If that's the case and they're the good Samaritan and they got a healthy kidney they want to give to somebody, I'm sure there are millions of people out there that need a kidney and are on a list. Or are they doing this because they're the ones that gave their kidney to Lamar Odom and they're therefore ever going to be known?
Oh, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And they probably think that they'll be taken care of financially by the Kardashians. Some people even they're tweeting Khloe, I'll give it to $100,000 you can have one of my kidneys. Like, they're putting price tags on it. The 100%. I think if somebody was doing this out of the kindness of their heart, it would be somebody that knew him personally. They're not going to go on Twitter with this. But yeah, I thought the exact same thing that you just said. Why this guy? Why haven't they given their kidney to all these people that are dying because they're on a list waiting for it?
What does that say about us, bro?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, it's selfish, man. Like, yeah, I mean you would have to, maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't care that they look in the mirror and think what I just did for myself and I'm pretending like I'm helping somebody. They probably don't care. You know what I mean?
Bro, are you a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I never had HBO when it was on, so I never seen it. But now that I have HBO, it's on my list to watch on the HBO Go app, and I just haven't done it.
Bro, there's like a running story where, like, bro, Richard Lewis is like one of my favorite comedians. Bro, Richard Lewis wrote a book that's brilliant. I mean, one of the best books I've ever read. I mean, he's a brilliant guy. He's one of my favorite comedians. But, bro, he was an alcoholic for many, many, many years. So they played that into the storyline where, he's very, very sick and he needed a kidney transplant. Okay, bro? So Larry David, of course, test me, never thinking in a million years he's going to be a match. Well, Larry David is now a match to give his kidney up to Richard Lewis. But, bro, of course, David, he doesn't want to give his kidney to Richard Lewis. All right, bro. It's his best friend in the world, but he's worried about himself and he doesn't want to give his kidney up to Richard Lewis. So, basically, bro, like at the same time, Lewis's cousin is in the hospital and he's in a coma. And, he's got the perfect match for Lewis too. So, bro, Larry David is going to the hospital every single day waiting for the cousin to die so he could get off the hook and he don't have to give Richard Lewis his kidney. Bro, it's just freaking hysterical. And like Richard Lewis knows, Larry David doesn't want to give him his kidney. I mean, you got to watch it, bro. It's freaking hysterical.
I'm having major deja vu right now. Either you've told me this before or somebody else.
Not me. Somebody else had to.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this before.
Oh, my God, bro. Awesome. It's incredible. Do you have anything else for us today, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, I just had a quick note because, speaking of Larry David, he did Bernie Sanders on Saturday Night Live this week, I guess.
Yep.
Well, so like TMZ was interviewing Bernie Sanders about it, but like I'm watching this and like Bernie Sanders just gets off a plane and he's in the airport and he's going down the escalator and the TMZs, they're interviewing him stuff. And like they do this, and I understand he's a celebrity. It comes with the territory. You're going to get the media and stuff. But like, why does LAX, this is usually LA, why do they allow people in their airport filming their interviews with video cameras and stuff? Like, why do they allow that? I mean, he's not outside in the parking lot. He's coming down the escalator from, security down the terminal. And here's the TMZ guy interviewing him on the escalator. Like, I just think that's like weird, man. Like, I mean, I think it's rude behavior interviewing these people when they get off a plane anyway. I just don't understand why the airports would allow this.
Well, see, wouldn't you think, bro, that they're sneaking that stuff in?
I guess it's possible, but man, they have to know. TMZ's there all the time. Like, would they not just ban it or call the cops? We don't want them here anymore. You know what I mean? To like ban them from there.
There's part of me, like, bro, there's part of me that's thinking, well, it's publicity for LAX. I mean, no doubt about it. But it's like, what do you need publicity for an airport for?
Right. I mean, if you want to go to LA, aren't you flying there?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a good question, bro, because I would think, like I said, I would think that they got to sneak it in. But like you said, it happens every single day. And if that were the case, then there would be a stiff fine if these people got caught doing it, right? So you would have to think it's allowed, right?
Yeah. I just don't understand that. I mean, I know they're celebrities. It comes with the territory. You get off at an airport, your fans are going to be there. You're going to have to sign autographs, take pictures. I completely understand that. But, when the news media is throwing a camera and a light in your face and they're interviewing you on the spot that they're going to broadcast when you didn't agree to this interview, I just think that's poor behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. I mean because security could clean that up in no time if they wanted to.
I mean, is that a freedom of the press thing? I mean, because you're a public business, do you have to allow the media to film? I mean, I don't know the laws.
I don't think so, bro. I mean, there's still trespassing, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I don't know. I just think that I thought that was strange.
Yeah, interesting. What else, bro? Anything else?
No, that's all I had.
We got any plans for this weekend? You got the family coming over.
Yeah.
Sam's coming over. You said, right?
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to my parents' house. They live just 2 minutes away. Just gonna do a little birthday cake celebration, but that's about it.
Bro, I'm surprised like you and the big guy didn't go down, go out and throw a few down, no?
He had mentioned something. I just didn't feel up to it. I don't know. Some days I feel like going out and some I don't. And it's normally when I want to go out and I want to go out and just relax, maybe have a couple beers and hang out, then he never wants to go. So it's like we never want to go at the same time.
Yeah, I'm like that too, bro. Bro, so like some days like because of my car situation, like I'll drive Amy to work so I have her car and I could do what I want. And like, I'll just wind up like, I don't want to go out. You know what I mean? I'm like the same exact way, Bro, who did the Bills got this weekend?
Jacksonville. And that's another thing I'm irritated about because you can only watch it on Yahoo. They're playing in London.
London gimmick. The London gimmick. Yeah. Well, I mean, why is that a problem though, bro?
Well, I have a television. I don't want to watch the game on my computer. You know what I mean? Like, I understand you can hook your computer up to your TV. I can do that. My computer, when I stream from my computer and I plug it into my TV, it shakes a little bit and I get dizzy and I get nauseous. So I'm not going to do that. So, blame me for that. It's my fault. But, I would rather watch the game on my TV. The other two games that have played in London this year, they've aired on Fox and CBS at 9:30 in the morning so everybody can see it. But now this one's an exclusive deal for Yahoo, which somehow is still in business, and they can afford an NFL game. So you can only watch it on Yahoo, which is very irritating for me, especially in the local market. We can't even get this on TV.
Wow, that's something, bro. Hey, Jeff, what do you think? Because I buzzed you about this during the week. Bro, like, I swear to God, like the stupidity of professional athletes just shocks me. Like, bro, every time you see a story, you think, okay, it's not going to get better than this. Bro, what about Fred Jackson and the other Yahoo from the Seahawks, Lynch?
He tweeted that he wasn't drag racing. And that he wasn't racing Marshawn Lynch, and they all stopped to see if he was okay. And one of the cops actually said there was no evidence of drag racing, so who frickin' knows? Obviously, he was driving too fast anyway, but you got to wonder if he was drag racing. Like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people with a lot of money do really stupid things.
Bro. You know what I mean?
Especially putting their lives in danger. You know what I mean? Like, just really stupid things. So, I hope he wasn't drag racing, because I would hope he would be smarter than that.
Well, bro, you know what surprised me about that right away, and you would know this. You would know this better than I. But what surprised me right away, bro, is Fred Jackson's not a young guy. Yeah, like I can almost understand if it's a rookie, or a 23 or 24-year-old, but he's like 34, right, bro?
Yeah, he's the oldest running back in the league.
Yeah, he's like 34. That's what I was like, bro. You're not like a kid. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, and he's got a wife and kids, and he's a real good dad, and he's a good family man. So that's why I was like, man, this doesn't compute. Yeah. But he's by himself in Seattle. His family still lives in Buffalo, so maybe he's like, well, I can act like a kid now and do some things I wouldn't do. I don't know, but man, I hope he wasn't drag racing. But if he was, that's stupid, man. Yeah. Especially, you're not only putting your own life in danger, and they're doing this on a public street, man. That's crazy. You're gonna kill somebody.
Well,
ridiculous.
Let's hope that wasn't the case, but I don't know why it would have been reported it was if it wasn't. You know what I mean, bro?
Yep.
But all right, Jeff. Well, listen, we were like two sissy Marys the last 2 days, like two girlfriends having 2-hour-long phone conversations. I mean, we should both be ashamed of ourselves and a little embarrassed. But regardless, I enjoyed it, Jeff. I hope you did as well. And I hope you have a very nice weekend, celebratory birthday.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Well, everybody. I'm sure. Yeah, listen, thanks for joining us today. We'll be back here next week in full stride, starting with Vixens Who Rule. Hey, Jeff, listen, I'm going to tell you, too, I got to give you a heads up. This is my last Vixens in the can. So next week, I got to get in touch with them. I think I want to record me, you, and Razor. We got to do the Vixens Who Rule of television. We haven't done that at television yet. We've done movies. We've done music. We've not done television. So start thinking about that. I'm going to reach out to Razor today.
That will be a tough one. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Especially with my new girlfriend on Blind Spot. What's her name?
Yeah, Jamie Alexander.
Oh, bro. She's got to go right to the top of that list, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if you watch the Marvel movies, but she's in the Thor movies.
She is in the Thor movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the Thor movies, bro.
Yeah, she plays a minor character in those.
Because you know how I feel about Thor.
Yes, I do know. Yeah, you even brought that up with the Thor writer, Jason Aaron. So.
Yeah, and I don't think he was too appreciative of that. But, I had to call a spade a spade. But anyway, everybody, thanks for joining us. We will see you right back here next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Visit VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. You get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule and The Swerve, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumors and review Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken next. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.